Go ahead, my friend. Crash out. What's up, guys? Open. So you're here to do a breakdown / live reaction review to chapter 122 of Gachiakuta, which is known as Explosion. And always gonna be an interesting explosion indeed. Obviously, FOLLO has been feeling some type of way for a minute now, and I'm interested to see how this is particularly gonna explode in this specific scenario. Obviously, we still do have the trash beast we need to worry about, which is the house. Obviously, Tamsy's definitely still in play here. FOLLO's whole list of abilities, aka the non-existent set, except for his hammer. Like, I don't know how this crash out is going to affect like the battle scenario, but I know it's going to in an interesting way because it's Arana Sensei, and Arana Sensei cooks. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with A. Ooh, there you are. Pencilier. Fun fact, I do mean to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, I still really like FOLLO. Now that I'm actually remembering his name, not just because it's on the first page, I remembered it even before the review, but specifically, I do like his inadequacy story. And it's something that I think the series did a good job of hinting at, even before I think it made FOLLO the focal point of it. And I'm very specifically referring to way back when, and I mean back in time, when it was initially set up that there was like this difference between the givers and the supporters, right? The cleaners who can use their abilities and the cleaners who don't have any abilities. That was set up early on. It was set up actually in a positive light all the way back with Chris, right? Remember, well, I say remember as if I'm not the one who just recently read the series, but still, essentially, I remember how Chris was pointed out to be an exception, not just in like, you know, being a cleaner without powers, but also in the sense that he was mostly cool with that. He was just fine being there to support the givers and not necessarily do much else. And setting up that economy early and showing how the different people thought about it and talked about it, and then letting it actually develop into a genuine conflict for one of our characters who are now following in FOLLO. Beautiful. But let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 122, Explosion. Stand back, FOLLO. I'll take care of this. I'll blow that house down. I can't really put pause on that, you know, this big bad wolf type energy. I see it. Let's see. Excuse me? What is that supposed to mean? It means you ain't got this, dog. It means you ain't built like that, for real, for real. It means you just aren't that guy. In fact, FOLLO, me personally, I'd hit him with that. Nah, but that's the thing. In universe, or if I was ever in like these scenarios, I'm not an instigating type, but like when I see it, like when I see these pixel stairs, I'm like, okay, FOLLO, get active then, huh? You talking all mad spooky? Get spooky with it then, huh? If you want to talk spooky, get spooky, my friend. Let's see how spooky he's about to get. What is that supposed to mean? Huh? and then it's a funny thing, right? Obviously, Arana Sensei has been drawing Rudo. So I don't know why, but his name left my brain. But essentially, Arana Sensei has been drawing Rudo in these very like, or like he's definitely been drawn more recently as if he's higher and mightier and views himself as higher and mightier. But no, it's mainly because of context and how we're looking at Rudo through FOLLO's eyes mostly. Whenever we do get those more crazy and intense shots of Rudo, we're specifically seeing him how FOLLO sees him. He sees him as this kid who's just given all this power, given one of the most powerful abilities ever, is stupid, is cracked, is stressed by the cleaners, is lifted up to this level, all out of nowhere. A random who fell from the sky and suddenly has this massive sense of self-importance. But ultimately, Rudo's just a guy doing things, worried about people, and trying to get what he can do to get his get back. That's all Rudo is, but we know that because we've been inside Rudo's head. We're there. Meanwhile, FOLLO's just seen this kid go and go and go, and then ultimately, in Rudo's way of giving respect to FOLLO, it's disrespecting him just because of that difference in perspective. And that's the thing. In my opinion, the best character conflicts are ones that make sense, even if they're one-sided. Because really, this is one-sided beef. Like Rudo has no particular feelings towards FOLLO, I don't believe. I joked about it a little bit earlier, like 2 or 3 reviews ago, when FOLLO was the one who took the lead in explaining everything to the people there. But I think that was genuinely even Rudo being proud of FOLLO and being like, oh, well, thank you for explaining that properly. I wouldn't have been able to do that. It's like legit, I do think that was actually praise from Rudo, or if anything, an admiring glance. But with that being the case, FOLLO just can't stand for it anymore. Huh? Rudo's like, I mean, it means I think this is my job. Like I don't get paid. Well, he doesn't get paid, does he? And free room and board. But like, I'm just doing what I gotta do. You know, I'm the blower. I got the blow thing. I'm a cleaner. Like I'm just gonna do the cleaning thing. Let's see. okay. So yeah, he cracking. He's snapping. He going, okay, let's see. Leave the monologue real quick. I thought you were different. I wanted to think you were different. Hey, what are you talking? I made compromises. I did whatever I could to meet you where you were. I shoved aside my feelings of inferiority. I admitted to my own mistakes. I tried to look on the bright side and be positive, all so I could stop being such a horrific loser. But it will never get through to you. You'll never understand. You don't know what it's like to be part of the faceless mob. Funny you mentioned that. How do you think he ended up down here? Huh? Yeah. What do you? I mean, obviously, like, that's the thing. Rudo does scream main character energy. Like, it's really like falling from the sky, being the only spirit to, at least that we know. Well, of course, we now know Tamsi. Then again, we don't really know the origins of Tamsi. Was he born on the ground and then found a way to get to the sky through his ability? Was he born on the sky and then came down to the ground? We don't know. But essentially, by sky I mean spirit, obviously. But yeah, I don't even blame Foil for believing, like, oh, maybe he's different. Because one, Rudo fell from the sky. He's a spirit. He's completely different. And that's just well known amongst the cleaners now. And two, he's a kid. So, like, obviously, he must be more easily influenced. And three, the main thing of all, the whole organization has seemed to work around him. Almost everything is surrounded by Rudo and the gloves he has and everything. Like, so much has focused on him out of nowhere. Meanwhile, I don't think we know for exactly how long. I forget. I think it may have been stated. But I forget how long exactly Foil was in the cleaners. But essentially, that's it. He'd been there for forever and never got that attention because he was never a giver. He never had that. He never had the potential in that way since Endor form. So seeing some random kid do it and get it and then push him aside like everyone else would as if he was just a normal giver. Yeah, of course. It's gonna make him tweak out and crash out. But the question is he actually going to attack a child in the middle of a battlefield? That's the real question. Now the real question is, when is my hair gonna finish growing in? Please, I'm sick and tired of looking like this. Let's see. You'll never understand. You don't know what it's like to be part of the faceless mob. Faceless mob? Rudo's like, what on earth are we talking about? Like, do you not see Optimus Prime over here? It's a literal house. He's a transformer. But let's see. Seriously, what are you? This is not the time to discuss this. Yes, the house begins to genuinely tweak out. Let's see. I told you. Okay, now see. Now, okay, now Rudo. See, now you know you pushing it, dog. Now you dragging it a little bit, Rudo. I told you to stand back. Okay, Rudo. I get it. You're 15, you're up in your feelings, dog. But if you see this man crashing out, like notably, the moment anyone raises a weapon towards me, I'm immediately trying to de-escalate. Like even if, I mean, to be fair, no one's ever raised a weapon to me. Hopefully no one ever does. But essentially, if someone like hit me with this, and started talking to me and had this kind of look like their eyes are wide open, their pupils are clearly not like I'm trying to figure out, whoa, I'm sorry, gang. My apologies. Go ahead. Like, especially if it is something where like, I don't want you to get hurt. Oh, but you want to get hurt? Go ahead. I won't feel guilty because you want to do this. I try to stop you. But I won't say, I'll literally just say, go ahead. You got this, dog. But Rudo's much younger and obviously has a different life philosophy. Let's see. I told you to stand back. And why should I stand back? Huh? I know you can't beat a trash beast if you're not a giver, okay? I get that. But that doesn't mean I have the... But does that mean I don't have the right to fight at all? I mean, that's the thing. Like, humans in the universe just seem to be basically stronger than average humans. But, like, it's personally why I never necessarily got the idea of wanting to join any sort of, like, combat thing. Like, why would I want to fight if I don't have to? But then again, I've never been one to seek violence. I suppose maybe that's my thing. I know there's some people who just, like, I've met them, I talked to them. Some of them are chill dudes, but like I met people who are like, yeah, I love the feeling, I love the blood, the adrenaline pumping through me. but like I get that in other ways. I get that like playing a video game or running in a race or having like fun discussion. Like I don't know, my maybe I just have a low standard of adrenaline or something. But like my blood can get pumping in other ways that do not involve extreme levels of violence. So like, you do have the right to fight, but like, why would you though? Like for the fun of it, for the love of the game, I guess. I mean, you could do that. You could like, well, we ain't gonna stop you clearly, but you could do that. But why? Let's see. I'm sick and tired of being treated like a tag along. of smiling through this darn inferiority complex, of people like you getting heads so big they can't see past their own nose and looking down on the rest of us. I'm so darn tired of it! Talk spooky there. Talk spooky there. You're tired of it. What you gonna do though? Go ahead. Go die. Like, maybe that goes to show. Maybe there's maybe there's a screw or two loose with you, boy. Because I'm very much a okay, fine, go do it then. Like, and really, it's kind of because I was raised. Like, I was raised where, like, if I was told, hey, this is a bad thing, if you do it, bad things will happen. I'm very much like, oh, okay. I can't remember my trust source. Glad I won't do that. I'm very rarely the person who will hear, oh, this, and this is bad. Don't do it, and then do it anyway just to get the bad result. I'm never that kind of guy. But maybe just some people are, right? Like, hey, go ahead. And oh man, I maybe, is it enabling or is it allowing? I think that is bad. Like, I become the bystander effect to the extreme, where like I will tell someone, hey, maybe you don't want to do that, and they'll look at me and be like, what right do you have to tell me what I can and can't do? And I'll be like, okay. And they broke their leg. Like, I told you, don't jump off that high cliff into those rocks in the water, which are clearly there in the water. You did that anyway? Guess what? Your leg's broken, you're in a cast, and now we gotta airlift you back. But I ain't paying for that. You is. So like, I'm bad in that sense, where like, I will fully, if you like it, I love it. That's darn near my favorite phrase. I say it more often than I probably should. If you like a gang, I love it. Do you, boo? Well, let's see. I'm so darn tired of it. Is that Rudo stomping down or is that FOLLO stomping down? Okay, I'm sorry. It's because of that long behind face. Let's see. When did I get a big head? When did I look down on anybody? I think that's the thing. It's so good because it makes sense from both of their perspectives, and that's where I'm always like, and it's even where I struggle to write character conflict. Admittedly, I read fan fiction and like my own story, which won't come out for forever. But essentially, one of the biggest things that I always try to do, whenever there is character conflict, I want that two-sided dichotomy. I want it to make sense from both sides, and yet neither side kind of be right. And this is a perfect case of that. Where ultimately, I get where FOLLO's coming from, but I also get where Rudo's coming from, and we've barely followed FOLLO. FOLLO's barely a character. I only just started learning his name after maybe like last review before that. Clearly. But I know enough of FOLLO, and the story's done enough to give me enough context for FOLLO and people of his ilk for it to make sense. That's all I need. And same thing with Rudo. But obviously Rudo's our main character. We've been following him for a while. But it looks like he's calmed down a bit. He has his people's back. Let's see. Oh, and I love how they're doing. Okay, it's funny because they're doing this all in front of the like house, which is literally exploding. I'm assuming Tamsy's taking care of it right now, but still, I do find it hilarious that they're doing this. If you have to have delusions that everyone's out to get you, then don't take them out on me, okay? That's true. And even then, I do wonder. Strange, Rudo's young, but I figured that out. Maybe not around his age. I was older, but like, there's some people who just like stew in negativity. And it's sad. Like, you don't want to leave those people behind. You want to help them. But, like, once you realize, oh, you're dragging me down with you. I know how to swim, but I can't carry two people as I swim. I do believe you got to put yourself first. Obviously, to limited degrees. Don't do horrific things to people just for the sake of your own self-betterment. But if you need to back away from somebody because they're in a negative headspace, and no matter what you try to do, they just won't get out of the negative headspace, and they keep trying to force it on you? Okay, if I'm the problem. Let's see. Delusions? Use your tuning. I promise you I can read. Delusions? Use your tiny brain to remember how you've been treating me, and then decide if I'm really delusional, okay? I mean, like, it is a culture thing, right? Where ultimately, yeah, like, the culture is supporters are less valued than givers. And that's the thing. Rudo's been treating him like a person to be protected, but like so does but that's the thing. That's a societal issue there. Every single giver treats non-givers like that. Oh, you need to be protected. I need to take care of the trans space. You need to stay back, support me, and do all the work that I don't have to do or I don't want to do. I do get that ultimately. Let's see. So what did I do to you, huh? Tell me what I did. Let me know. Let's see. Maybe you should have learned about how to read people. Learn more about how to read people. It's what all the cleaners have been doing for you, automatically. Oh. But then, like, I don't know. Even as a person who would consider himself lightly good at communicating with people, like, I think I can pretty much hold a conversation with anybody as long as we speak the same language. As long as we can sit down and you don't mind me looking you directly into your soul, because, like, it's how I was raised. I look people directly in their souls. It's just the thing that I do in my culture. How I was raised in my household, to hold a proper conversation and keep respect, you look people in their eyes. And typically, whenever I'm not active or talking or doing something like this is how I typically look. My eyes are barely open. I never look engaged. So, like, whenever I am trying to be engaged and, like, appropriate in a conversation, I open the eyes up. They center. I stare. So it's like, I get that. But even then, it's hard. I don't know. It's not easy to read people. And notably, it's a danger. You can get a wrong read real quick. People got a wrong read of me all the time. People always, because like I said, I'm always looking around like this. 99.9% of the time, people don't know that. I'd say, do I automatically lose chill guy status if I say I'm a chill guy? I'm a relatively chill guy, you know. Like, ultimately, I'm not nowhere near as mean as I look. I promise. But people just get that read, and it's hard to read people. Let's see. And Chris is like, "What are you doing? What are you idiots doing? Is this at the time or the place?" Let's see. You blow up out of nowhere, and you want me to read you? Why can't you just say what you mean in the first place? That is true. Society is also against it. Like, despite how much a lot of the modern days, like, be yourself, be honest, be your real self, give your true. Don't do that. I mean, like, you can do that with the right people. But even then, that's backfired all up here. So, like, even I'm like, be your true self as much as you can, according to societal standards. Especially, even if your true self is just, like, a little bit more active and emotional than what you typically present, it's better to stay in control. Just to be safe. Let's see. Yeah, that's what guys usually say when they're running away with their mouths, gotten away with running their mouths off all their life. Well, he definitely didn't get away with it. Let's see. But you need to realize that whenever you make a mess, somebody has to clean it up. And that's true. And I want to clean up. It's oh man, Herodotus is the pen. We've even seen Rudo himself acknowledge and struggle with this recently. Like, he's like, no matter what I do, I always just get backpacked by the cleaners. They've always been here to pick me up. I need to, like, this whole mission was Rudo essentially trying to step up his game because he knows he's been backpacked. And look at that. You can even see in his eye, he's like, wait a minute, he's spitting. Let's see. Yep, recto. Yep, a pop. Oh no, yeah, he's feeling it. He's about to hear. Okay, everybody crashing now. Let's get a little crashy. Let's see. What do you know? What do you know about my past? Oh, I know your past. You were dropped on the ground after being framed for killing your father. The brave little spear right with a tragic back. Yeah, the thing, Rudo he does sound like the most generic main, well, not generic, but he does sound like the most main character ever main character. The brave little spear right with a tragic backstory. You've been through despair I've never known, right? And you kept going even through your pain, didn't you? But who cares if you have a tragic backstory? Does that give you the right to talk nonsense to those of us who've had normal lives? No. But and that's the thing. Admittedly, I do find myself siding a lot more with Rudo than I do with FOLLO right now. And it's mainly because, like, no, you didn't tell him this. I'm all about, like, read people. A lot of, there are things you will learn about people through everything but their words. From how they look at you, how they sit around you, to how they stand around you, even to what their hands do. Like, legit. If someone is sitting like this when they're talking to you, they do not want to talk to you. Like you can just tell. Like, there are things you should learn to pick up on. But, like, Rudo has been so focused on his tragic backstory and his progress and his journey. Like, it's genuinely, and he's 15. Like, it's so not his fault. That I get it, I feel bad for FOLLO, but of all the people to snap on, Rudo, I get he's the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Like, he's not the loads upon loads of inadequacy that FOLLO has been feeling. He's the breaking point, and it's just unfortunate. It's time for an explosion. Let's see. You can use your misery as a shield and all is forgiven. You're the one talking nonsense to me. If anyone's using their life as a shield to lash out, it's you, FOLLO. I mean, kinda. Like, that's the thing. it really is a matter of like what you desire. Because like, I don't know, I'm cool with just a normal life for the most part. I kind of don't like the idea that I have to work 40 hours a week or more for like the rest of my days to like die. Like that sucks. Maybe like that's our world. I'm like, oh man, that kind of sucks. Like a majority of my life is not even of my own life. Like now that I'm an adult, I need to do the adult things and aka owe people money forever and then just work and 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 work. And then by the time I'm finally free of working, my body won't function properly. Even if I do my darndest to take care of it to the best of my ability, feed it the right things, don't feed it the wrong things, essentially savor and take away all the bad things in life and try to be healthy. By the time I'm actually free and I'm like at retirement age, who knows, which may go up or who knows, essentially I'm cooked regardless. Because my body won't function the same way it's functioning now when I'm younger, not even young anymore. Like, that sucks. But still, most people would kind of want a normal life. So, like, complaining that you have a normal life and that these other people need to use their powers to fight mystical, magical, mighty beasts that could slay them at any moment. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Let's see. This man did just deck a child. Foil really did just deck a child and knocked his mask off too. Decked the whole child. Tamsy, what you gonna do about that, dog? Oh, Chris, it was too late, dog. Boom! He hit him with the left hook of liberation, dog. Golly, boom! Beam that poor boy. Yeah, gee, like, hey, it's time for an explosion, dog. Oh wait, is it gonna be the darkness inside Ruto? Are we gonna follow up on that plot point? Yeah, beamed him. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, okay. And that's the end of the chapter. Man, oh, I love weekly manga, but I hate weekly manga, bro. Because right when it gets the most intense, it's like, oh, well, time for the cutoff. But it looks like he's about to crash out. Yo, look at the stance. The stance is clean. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, all right. Very W chapter. Very W chapter. I like it. Once again, it is a beautiful character conflict that makes sense. And you know, admittedly, as much as I'm a kind of guy who's like, I like the plot to work in a way that makes sense, I'm a character guy. I've always been a character guy. There's a literal how many gosh darn videos does that playlist have at this point? I genuinely, it's like in 100 plus, maybe even more. In fact, let me see if I can find another device where I can check this. Like literally one of the biggest playlists on the channel is in a review series. I've been reviewing series since they came out, which are now like 100 something chapters. One of my largest, thickest, juiciest playlists on this channel with over 3.5 thousand videos. Short, long, all that in between. It's character chats. I think that bad boy has like nearly, let's see, where is it? You cannot hide from me, my friend. Show yourself. Let's see, Black Clover reviews, Blue Long Episode Nagi. 205 videos. 205 videos of me just straight talk about characters. So I love me good character work, and I think this is it. I love what we're exploring here. The idea of the person who lived a normal life versus the person who had no choice but to live a twisted destiny. I love seeing how a normal person is willing to like fall this far, and ultimately Ruto's going to fall right down with him and institute violence while they're still in an active battle situation. I love how here in this final panel you can see Ruto consumed by the darkness, and you can see his eyes white as his face is blackened, and the hole goes right next to the hole on the eye of the trash beast that they're fighting, which is this house. Like ultimately everything going wrong here and now is built on genuine, proper, well-established, well-built character conflict, and that's the best kind of way stuff like this can be built. So overall, of course, it's a W chapter. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please do me a favor and leave stand back. Leave stand back in the comment section down below. Now, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to this channel. Also, you do have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month to get things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You can also now become a member to the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. Some books will include the live reactions to every other series I happen to review and variations of all my videos. And if you become a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is that guy with a pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our sketch tier members: Greyhound, Eternal Flame, Red Wolf 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Brandon Payne, Glacier XC, G Prosper, Planet Crone, and Zeta. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Midnight Lord 21, Kirai Void, Kevin Encarnacion, Igneal Lind, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our ink tier patrons: Fine, Austin Wimberly, A Uchiha, Yuki Ally, and Carlo Alaimo. And then I'd like to give a gargantuan thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And then I'd like to give a big old gargantuan thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Overlord Zero, Waki Munoz, and Idemokami. And I'd like to give a legendary, top of the line, sublime, sweet mother of mercy, super slopping, juicy, scrumdiddlyumptious thank you to our that guy with a pencil tier patron, Calvin Elder.